Hi. We're going to talk about how to get comfortable on a meditation bench. That's what I'm sitting on right here. And the bench looks like this, and it's got two different heights. And so when you can sit on it one way or the other. And the basic idea is that the roundness of the leg gives you an ability to adjust the angle to make it fit what your body needs. But the different height difference, so if you're sitting on it this way or if you're sitting on it this way, it's going to be different because one side is higher than the other, and there are reasons for that. But I want to concentrate mostly on how to get comfortable using the bench now. So before I sit on the bench again, this is like kind of like I make like a bed for my knees. And what I use, even if you're on soft carpeting, even if your floor isn't hard, and if you feel comfortable on your carpet for a short time, it will help most people if you just take another blanket, fold it up, make it flat like this, because it'll just give even more cushion for your legs, and actually give you let you settle in and feel firm and kind of connected when you're grounded when you're meditating. And then over the blanket, I use a layer of wool. This is a wool asan. This is one of the ones that we sell. And what this is about is that, in yogic tradition, you'll see yogis meditating on animal hides, like a tiger skin or deer skin, things like that. And the tradition in yoga meditation is that natural fibers or the hair of animals like wool, has insulating properties that when we're in meditation, we're trying to lift energy up the spine, but there are currents in the earth and our environment that pull energy down, sort of like gravity, but it's more subtle. And so that's why you'll see yogis meditating on hides. And the modern replacement for the hide would be a wool asan. That's what we call it. Okay, so this is comfortable, it's soft. I just let my body settle into it a little bit. And then I take the bench. And the easiest way to get the angle set on the bench, you don't really have to think about it, is just lift up and put the bench underneath you and kind of sit it on your bottom and just sit back down and see how that feels. And so you just want to be relaxed. You don't have your legs, need to have them tightly together or wide apart, but just relaxed about hip width. And then you can just lean forward. You can adjust the angle as much as you like just to get a comfortable feeling. And so that's pretty much it as far as the bench goes, and you want your feet to be relaxed. Just one more thing I want to say about the feet. A lot of people don't have real flexible ankles. And if you look at my feet here, they lay on the floor pretty comfortably because I sit like this all the time. But let's say this is new to you. Sometimes your ankle will only bend about this far, and there'll be all this space here, and there'll be pressure on your toes. And so the thing to do would be make this bed taller, put another blanket on it, and then when you kneel on it, make sure that your lower leg is on the blanket, but your feet are hanging off, because that makes it so that your feet don't have to be as flexible. So back to the bench. So sitting on the bench, like this, and then you want to have a tall spine. If you have too much angle in your bench, it's going to make you want to have kind of like a sway back, and that's not going to be comfortable for very long. And you also don't want to be like this. So you want to find a position that feels natural and feels balanced. And so once you sit on the bench, you could just gently move forward, move back, move left, move right, until you feel that you're centered. And then you want to have a long spine through the back of your neck, and try not to let your head come forward like this. Okay, so that's the basic sitting position. Now, if you look at my arms, you'll find that when you're sitting on a bench, there's enough angle in your legs usually that the arms tend to slide. And so one way to help that not happen, because if you're holding the arms with tension in your upper back, it's going to give you a cramp. You can take your arms and put them inside of a shirt, and it's nice to turn the palms facing upward. It helps us to feel more receptive. And so you can be in a shirt like this, or you can this is how I meditate often. I'll use a blanket. And I wrap it around and kind of tuck it in so that the feet stay warm, because your body will cool down as you meditate longer. And I make a pocket here. And what this is for, it's to hold the weight of my arms. It's not necessarily to keep my hands warm or anything, but it's to support the weight of the arms so that your shoulder and upper back at the neck are relaxed. Very important for having a comfortable meditation and not having to use the muscles up here, because if you're not used to sitting tall, you're not meditating often yet, a lot of people will find that they'll start getting cramps and heat back here. So you want to be as relaxed as you can, like this, with the palms facing upward, and just feel natural, and just feel the chest gently uplifted, but not with any strain. Relax the outer heavy muscles of your body and go into the breath, and have a blissful meditation.